Morning, guys. So Slade with you today, and as you can see, I am back in Owens Outfitters. Hey, that'll make you sick if you watch it enough. Anyway, I got a good bit going on today, so let me take y'all back here and I'll show you a couple things. So you see, bow season's kind of getting started. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a crossbow. I'm waiting on strings and cables to get fixed up, or to get here so I can get those fixed up. But the main thing I want to show y'all is look up here. Look what I got. So many of y'all have been asking, hey Slade, hey Mr. Slade, we want to see your bow. Well, Matthews, I got me a new bow. So we're going to do, I don't know how exactly I'm going to do this. I know today, so I'm going to take the black limbs off. And I'm a big Sitka subalpine fan, so I'm going to put these subalpine limbs on this green riser, on this new V3X. I don't know exactly how I want to do this, because I hadn't decided kind of how I'm gonna rig this bow up. So once y'all watch this video, basically this will just be me changing the limbs on this bow. But you guys kind of send me in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. But then let me know kind of what you want to see. So this is the bow. I'm 2 months out from my 27th year going elk hunting with my dad. And this is going to be the bow that I'm going to take out there and bow hunt with me this year. Y'all let me know kind of what all you want to see. I'm going to do a complete bow setup. I hadn't exactly got my mind set on what all I'm going to put on it yet. So we will do a bow build. We'll do some bow shooting together. But today, I think I'm just going to take this V3X and I'm going to put these new limbs on it. Right there, and I'm gonna get this dude at least to where I can start putting my rest. But I want to be able to get it where I can start setting it up. So let me know what y'all would like to see as far as my bow setup. I never have. I mean, y'all have seen multiple different videos of where I've set up other guys and gals bows, but I never have done a bow setup of myself. And then last year, you know, once we started the channel, everybody was like, hey, what kind of bow you shoot? I want to see your bow set up. So let me know in the comments. We're going to get these limbs changed out, and this is going to get me pumped up and ready for elk season 2022. So the first thing I'm going to do, I got my weight backed off my limbs a little bit here, and I got this bow. Man, look, if you don't have a last chance, first of all, if you work in an archer shop, okay, not to count those of you that work at home, but if you don't have a last chance easy press, you're backing up in my opinion. But the first thing I got to do is I got it pressed just a little, not a whole lot. But the first thing I got to do, obviously, is I got to get this axle out. Okay, so to get this axle out, if you see, there's a screw there, and then there's a screw on this other side. Sometimes you have to hold, you know, the backside screw, because they're both threaded, to get this one out. So I'm going to take these axles out. Once I take these axles out and the string and cables unloose, then I can take this bow over here and I can lay it on the table. But first of all, let's get these axles out of here. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure on my press. That way these axles are not in a bind. Ooh, that one's coming loose good. So you just take this little screw out. Let me show y'all this. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a little bitty washer there. If you see it right there, it sits up between that little screw and the limb. So as I take that out, and I don't know how much close up I'm gonna give y'all, but I got that out. Once I get that out like that, then it's really, really easy to come out of there with that axle. I'll show you I'll get a little something to tap on it here. I'll tap that axle just a little bit. See it coming out there? And then my little T-handle is going right back in there, so my cam just don't fall out. If I knock that axle all the way out, then the cam just falls off. So that way I have a little bit of control, and then I'll do the same thing this other side over here. All right, so if you see there, I got that axle out, and I have this axle out. Like I said, my T-handle is not doing anything but just holding my cams in there. So I'm gonna let all the way off of this press after I take these strings and cables off. So I'll take the string off here, and I normally just take it off on one side. I don't like to take it off on both sides and then have to put it all back on there. So I'll just take it off on this one side. The string's off. I got that cable off right there. Pull my T-handle out. Now I'm loose. I will leave this, so if you look, these two yoke cables right there, I'll leave those hooked up right there. Now I can let all the way out on this press, and I'll take that bow and I'll lay it over here on the table, and then I'll change these limbs. So let me get all the way off this press. All right, so there you go. So if you see, I'm all the way off, and I normally try to leave everything kind of as it is, kind of how it's laying. You can take this whole cam here, and it is hooked up, and then I'll just set it right up there by itself. Okay, so never take it out of the roller guard. Everything's just sitting there. Now I can take these new limbs. I'll take these old limbs off, and then we'll replace them. So I'll be right back. I'll see if I can video. I'm not gonna be the video at all, but if you watch, I can kind of push on that limb there. And then if you look at the back side, let's see if I don't know that I can do this one-handed because I can't hold the bow, but that limb just pulls out of there, just like that. See it there? And then it's out. It's that easy. It goes, so the new limb will go right there, and it'll go in there the same way. So, all right, let's get these out of here real quick. All right, so there's the old black limbs. Golly, that looks good. There's the subalpine limbs. I think that's gonna be really, really, really sharp. Also, I got Ryan to give me a set of custom strings there at Matthews. Real quick on the whole string. And I'm not knocking anybody else's string and cables out there, okay? Because I know there's lots of companies that make really solid string and cables. But just in my opinion, again, you know how opinions are, but nobody has as many miles behind their strings for these bows as Matthews does. I can guarantee you there's, I don't know how many hours and hours of testing and thousands of shots that they put through their strings that they build for these bows. But if it were me, it would be hard for me to go buy an aftermarket set of strings and cables knowing that company, however, they do make great strings. There are other great string companies out there, but they don't have the testing and the miles behind that set of strings for this bow that Matthews does. So I'll get off my soapbox there. But anyway, love these strings, these Zebra Trophy strings. I think this looks like it's like a brown. Let me see if I can show y'all. Maybe a brown. They look like maybe a brown and a kind of like a hunter green, I would call it, so you can see it there. So, all right, I'm gonna get the cams and stuff put back on there and the strings and cables, and we'll get it back in the press. All right, so I got the bow back in the press. Now I'm just gonna start pressing until I think I can get this other cam in here, right here. Just kind of get it slid in there. And as quick as I can get the axle in it, then I normally go ahead and put the axles in it. Go in from this side. Get that started. It's good to have something to kind of tap just when you're trying to line these holes up. Missing it just a little bit right there. That's it. So the cams are in it now. I just got to press until I get my axle close on this. This is the 29. So I'll kind of measure. And you can also, if you don't want to, I mean, I always normally measure, but I can kind of look at these cams and say, okay, they're super close right there. And then I'll take this cable and hook it back up right here. And then if you look, once I start pulling on those cams right there, then I can see my timing holes and they're super duper close right there. So I'll get the string on it and then we'll look at it. All right guys, so look, I'm not a professional. Do I do this all the time? Yes, but let me show you a testament to a great bow, okay, a great bow. So, you know, I had cams off, I put new limbs on, I unhooked cables. Now I have everything back on there and I have not touched it. It's still, I mean, I'm pretty much off of it weight-wise. Look at my timing holes right there. Okay, perfect. I mean, this one may be a touch high. This is what I'm looking at right here. But I mean, it's about as good as it can be. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's gonna be there you can see the strings a little bit better there. That's the cables, but you can see the string here, maybe the color show up a little bit better there. Look at there. Sharp, sharp, sharp. Just kind of want y'all to see the colors. But anyway, so I kind of got that where it needs to be. All right, so there are the black limbs that I took off right there. And I'm gonna tell you, let me go down here. Golly, man. I just don't know that it could look any better than right there. All right, so got my limbs changed out on my bow. I got me a loop tied on it. I don't know what I'm gonna stick with. I don't know if I'll go orange, yellow, brown. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show y'all what I got, and y'all let me know what color you like. So I got green, neon yellow, black, neon pink, brown, blue. I think I got some gold back there somewhere. I really like that gold, but I had some gold on the bow I've had the last 2 or 3 years. So anyway, got the limb swapped out. It feels really good. I'll be anxious to just decide kind of what kind of rest and all I'm gonna put on its sight. So this will kind of be like part one of a, I don't know, a 3 or 4 part deal, but I'll make sure I take y'all along through my whole V3x elk hunting bow while I go. So anyway, thank y'all for following along. God bless. Jesus saves. We'll see y'all tomorrow.